Welcome back, ladies, to Being Whole in Menopause. I'm Coach Andrea, and we help and empower women to live healthier, longer, and more energetic lives. This program is not about the science of menopause. It's about how to thrive in this time period of menopause, how to actually live with the different symptoms and the different things that come about in menopause. So today we are talking about being whole mentally. This is such a big thing when you're going through perimenopause and menopause. In fact, there was a study done in London in 2024. And what they found with this really shocked me, ladies. It really brings home the point to why talking about the topic that we're going to talk about, which is depression, why it's such a big part of the whole menopausal experience, which includes perimenopause as well. When I say menopausal, I'm including both perimenopause and menopause. So anyway, what they found was that 36, and I'm just quoting this randomly, 36% of women who were postmenopausal, they had some type of depression. And then 35% of perimenopausal women had some type of depression experience. So as you can see, it touches both categories, whether you're perimenopausal or postmenopausal. But depression is this huge, huge issue, and it deserves for us to start talking about it because 9 times out of 10, 1 out of 3 women are going to experience some type of depression. So this is one of those topics that you want to get comfortable with. Go get your fuzzy blanket, or if you're in the car, get in a relaxed mode, but keep your eyes on the road though. If you have any friends who are also going through similar situations in menopause and perimenopause, send them a quick text message, tell them to hop on and listen, because we're going to be laying down some facts and some things that can possibly help you through this time experiencing these different depressive and mood swings. Oh, also, if you don't want to miss another episode, please subscribe so that whenever we have a new episode, you will be notified right away. All right, let's hop into it. Let me get comfortable here because we're going to really be talking. This is a serious topic. So depression is something that all of us, like I said, 1 out of 3 women usually are going to be affected by some type of depression. So it could be multiple things. It could be mood swings, meaning you might feel very anxious. You hear a lot of women, I've heard a lot of women say once they get in their 40s and 50s, I deserve to be able to say whatever I want to. I don't have to take that anymore. And what are they saying? Their ability to deal with stress is very minimal. And so they're going to, where they held back before, now they're going to let you know how they feel. And it's easier to do that because your body is going through these changes. We're talking about the estrogen. When the estrogen lowers, then now that's going to have an effect on serotonin, which is considered your happy hormone. And when estrogen lowers, then serotonin levels lower. So that means that you're going to be more moody. And then your dopamine levels, they also are affected. And that's affected by the decrease in estrogen as well. And then your cortisol levels are also affected. So when the estrogen levels go down, then the cortisol levels go up. So that means that you're going to have a lot of anxiety and stress. So it's no surprise when you look at what's happening on your body biologically, why we're all over the place. Literally, like all over the place. I'm going to tell you, when I was going through perimenopause, and I'm just now understanding that it was due to these mood swings. I never understood why. Sometimes I could be watching a movie, I could be watching a commercial that was a happy commercial, and I would just start crying profusely. and so I was like, why are you crying? I would ask myself, why are you crying? I did not understand that. But as soon as the tears came, they went. Same thing with just your tolerance level. You have little tolerance for nonsense. It's just like very short. The other thing, a lot of women, they feel invisible. They feel like nobody cares about them. They're very sensitive. They feel like they're just in this world all alone. Why am I here? My life is over. A lot of women feel like their life is over. A lot of people go into very deep depressive states. And it's a time we're going through all of these things. And I think the reason why this is so big and the reason why it affects women in menopause so much is that, one, it's not being associated with menopause. The doctors are now starting to catch up to it, but previously nobody associated the menopause with depression. So they're putting them on all these drugs. And it was basically just, the fact that their bodies are going through these drastic changes. And then the other part of it is a lot of times we don't know what's going on with us. We know something's going on with us. People around us notice things are happening and we're not as pleasant to be around possibly, but we don't talk about it with anyone. Not even our besties. We don't talk to our best friends about it. We don't talk to our family members about it. We don't talk to our spouses about it because we don't know what's going on. We're thinking, I am losing my mind. You can't get help until you acknowledge that there's something going on. So that's the first thing that we need to do. We need to acknowledge that something's going on with us so that we can reach out and get the help that we need. If you're feeling like that, if I'm down your alley and I'm talking about how you're feeling, I want to encourage you. That's what today's episode, it's to encourage you, to let you know that no, you're not alone, that there are other women out there and they're going through similar situations and that there is help that you can do. And yes, you can get to the other side of this. So this is to encourage you because we've all been there in some form or fashion. We've all been there. If it's not because of the hormonal shifts, then it has to do with the fact that we're stressed out and we're having issues cognitively because a lot of times when we're in menopause or perimenopause, our sleep is affected. Sleep is so important on so many levels. When you don't get the amount of sleep that you need, and everybody's body is different, so we've recommended 7 to 8 hours, but some people can manage on 6, but I don't recommend anything less than 6. But if you don't get the recommended amount of sleep that your body needs to be totally rested, you're going to wake up and you're going to be irritable. You're going to be moody. You're not going to be able to focus and concentrate. So all of those things, if you're experiencing those things, that's another reason why we feel depressed. Because we're walking around and our brains aren't sharp like they should be because that term brain fog, we're walking around with brain fog and we can't think clearly because we haven't gotten the amount of rest and sleep that we need. So that's a big part of this as well, getting a hold of that. And then there's we're going to talk about the hot flashes. The hot flashes come with it too. So that disrupts your sleep as well. Hot flashes and night sweats, all of those different things. Getting up in the middle of the night, going to the bathroom more often than what you should. All of these things are disrupting your sleep and you're not getting a restful sleep. And that's gonna be a big part of this whole depression situation. So this is some of the problem. So what do we do about it? What can we do to make our lives more normal so that we're not feeling like we're losing it? We're not feeling like our life should be over. And I also want to say, if you are really, because there's different categories of depression. We all experience depression differently. But if you have like a severe depressed state, meaning that you are thinking about doing something to harm yourself or ending your life, I urge you to seek psychological assistance, so someone who can help you to really, really get through that. That's something that I would suggest that you take to the next level and get somebody to help you. So going back to some of the natural things that you can do to deal with depression, first of all, acknowledging that it's here and I'm experiencing this. It's like my niece used to say, it is what it is. Once you acknowledge this is not how and you know yourself better than anybody else. But I remember one of the things I noticed in myself, I'm like, why am I, have a short temper? Why am I crying at the blink of an eye? And it made me realize this is not true. I'm not one to get depressed a lot. I'm a very happy-go-lucky person. But I did find myself sometimes getting into this like depression. And so I realized, I said, this is not me. And so what do I need to do to get back to me? And so this is the question that we're putting before you. If you know yourself, you know when you're getting into a depressed state. What do you need to do to get back to you? It's acknowledging that it exists and saying, now that I know that this exists, now let's get to the other side of it, as I mentioned earlier. The first thing that I suggested you do is journal when you feel this way. Are you feeling this way after you eat certain foods? Are you feeling this way at certain times of the day? Exactly how are you feeling? Are you crying? Are you moody? Are you angry? Document it in the journal. And why am I asking you to document it in the journal? Because when you meet with your primary care physician, you can pull out your journal and you can say, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's associated with menopause. I don't know if it's something else, but this is how I'm feeling. And then your doctor can help you to more precisely identify if the depression that you're experiencing is in reference to menopause or perimenopause. What else can you do? You can please find some me time, okay? Ladies, we are women. We are caregivers. We like to make sure that things get done. And so we are so busy. We help everybody. We help our children. We help our kids. We help our spouses. We're busy at work. We're career women. We're doing all of these different things. And then when it comes down to ourselves, we have not given ourselves any time. And it's depressing. Now, this time of our life when we need to devote and focus on us, we don't. We just let ourselves go. Well, that stops today. We need to do some self-love. So whatever makes you happy and makes you feel more relaxed, I want you to take a nice warm bath with some Epsom salt and some bubble bath. The magnesium is going to help to bring down that stress level. And it's going to help you be calm. Put your favorite music on. Go for a nice calming walk. Read a book. If you enjoy reading a book, put your CDs on, listen to your favorite artist, music or something, or watch your favorite TV show. But don't watch anything that's going to make you sad. And don't watch the news. Don't watch things that's going to put you in more of a depression. Watch something happy that's going to keep you in a more relaxed, restful state. So focusing on yourself is key and important. So I want you to make a promise that I am going to carve out time for me. The next thing that you're going to do is get some support. We all need support. It's okay. You need to reach out and ask for help. Ask for help from your husband or your boyfriend or your friends or this community that we have here. We're here for you to help you through what you're going through. Join a Facebook community, but find some way to bring support into your life to help you through this time period. And then, of course, there's always the different things that you eat or, the different types of foods that you're eating, like green leafy vegetables and things like that, and getting exercise. So those are a few suggestions that you can more immediately implement to help you through this time that you're going through with depression. We're going to have more conversations about this topic because it's just such a big part of menopause and perimenopause. But today I just wanted to kind of have like a little fireside chat with you because it is something that a lot of women are going through, and they have no idea how to turn, where to turn, and who to turn to or what to do. And so I just wanted to kind of let you guys know, if you are going through any of the things that we discussed tonight, you're okay. There's nothing wrong with you. And I want you to say to yourself that, yes, I'm experiencing this, but my tomorrow is very hopeful. I have a tomorrow. I have a purpose. And so you can do this. And of course, like I said, we are here for you at Being Whole in Menopause. We hold your hand and walk you through it. And I'm asking if you have any discussion topics that you want to talk in reference to this, please just DM me and let me know, or comment below and let me know. And we will talk about some of these things. And who knows, might even bring you on the show and you can share your story with us. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that this little fireside chat was helpful. I want to encourage you to stay on the ship. You got this, girl. And I'll see you next time. Bye.